for us, and our guests who come to visit here can't get over how well they're received in all the shops and all the pubs and cafes and everything around. So it's fantastic for everyone. Even the people visiting are having a great time. People working here are having a great time. So it's fantastic.
Is there, many countries, natives that arrive here in Cashel? Do they come from all over? Would you find that?
We have a couple from Dubai staying tonight. We have Americans. We have a lot of English, a lot of people from Australia, because obviously they're coming to visit the Equine area. This is a thoroughbred country. So they come from Australia, Kentucky, all those areas. So that's a huge market for us, and a very popular place for people to come and visit. Obviously go and see Coolmore and Ballydoyle, central to the whole organisation. So yeah, it's fantastic. And a lot of Irish people, people coming from Dublin, Cork. We're right in the heart of the country, as you know. We're at the crossroads of Cork, Dublin, Waterford, Limerick, and this is where people come and meet. So we're trying to establish ourselves as a place to come and join up. And like all your people coming here, they've come from all over the county, and it's a great central place to come and meet. So we're hoping that'll wash out nicely.
Super. Will you bring a few of them to hurling match tomorrow? Cashel are playing.
We will. We'll be certainly supporting them. Yeah, those that aren't working can go and support them. Yeah. Thanks.
Great stuff. Adrian Bartels. Great stuff, Adrian. And with that, I'm going to hand back over to Jonathan here now.
Thanks indeed, Stephen. And just joining me now for a few quick minutes before we commence the draw is the CEO of Tipperary GAA, Murtagh Brennan. Murtagh, your first draw launch, shall we say, as the new CEO. Your thoughts on the draw, your thoughts on the importance, I suppose, of the draw for Tipperary GAA, and the importance of the support that we get from the clubs to the draw.
Thanks, Jonathan. Well, I suppose before I got this role, I was aware of the draw and aware of its benefits to the club, but it's only since I came in here in January I've really seen the benefit it is to the club particularly. The club is the lifeblood of the activity, and to see the benefits, the money going back in, the resources, the gymnasiums, the hurling walls, dressing rooms, the standard of our facilities is improving over the last number of years, and that's mainly down to the draw. But as Tim said, also as a county board, we really see benefit. And Dr. Morris Park now, you can really see it. It's opened up. Phase 1 is complete. We've state-of-the-art dressing rooms. We've got storage facilities. The place is really coming along, and it's a place we can really be proud of and call a centre of excellence.
Murtagh, we look forward to the draw tonight. I think they're almost ready to go over there now. Tim is getting mic'd up there. So with that, Stephen, I'll hand it back to yourself, and we look forward to the draw, and hopefully we'll get our names pulled out before too long.
This is it. The countdown is on. Are you ready to go, Tim?
Here we go. Okay, back folks, we're back on the air here live in Cashel Palace, and thanks to Stephen and Jonathan. And I say welcome to our listeners and welcome to our viewers here at the Cashel Palace Hotel tonight for the August draw, the first of our draws in the new scheme. So just first of all, I want to say thanks to the Cashel Palace. It's a unique occasion, lads, for us to be able to come here tonight. We wanted to do something different this year, maybe do something very special for the draw. And as you can see, we have the car right in the middle of the floor here tonight. So maybe the camera might be able to turn around and take a look at our Renault Arcana, the first prize in the draw tonight. And it's a Renault Arcana. We have it right here in the centre of the floor, which is probably a first for us as well in a long time. I don't think we've ever had our prize car in the centre of the floor. And thanks to the Cashel Palace for organising. I just want to say to the Cashel Palace, they've been absolutely tremendous to us. Both Adrian and Colette and Linda, they have looked after us from day one, from the time we came in here, and they've done everything possible to help us. So thank them very much for their hospitality, and we really appreciate it. I also want to thank Pat Cleary, our great friend from Cleary Motors. For the last 10 years, he's been a great friend of Tipperary GAA. Been supplying kit vans and many other vehicles to Tipperary GAA, and we very much appreciate it, Pat. And we're delighted that you have gone to the bother of bringing the car over here tonight, and we hope you will be rewarded by plenty of customers coming into Thurles to meet you. I just also want to mention our other car suppliers like Mulcahy Citroen Car Sales. They supply cars to our draw. John O'Keefe Kia dealer and Horse and Jockey, and John Kennedy Toyota Motors Clonmel. They're all the car dealers that supply cars to our draw. So we really appreciate each and every one of them. Especially want to thank our draw committee, who have been very, very active in this draw over the past 6 or 8 months, under the guidance, as you saw earlier on, of Tom O'Donnell from Kilsheal and Kilcash. And he succeeded, as Jonathan said earlier, he succeeded Peter Byrne, who was in the role for 14 years. And Peter was tremendous chairman. and he drove that draw even through COVID and times like that when it wasn't easy. So put your hands together for Peter Byrne, the man who looked after this draw. Forward to Tom driving that on over the next couple of years. Special thanks to all our clubs, our coordinators, our promoters, and all the members for the promotion work they've done over the last couple of weeks. You've done a tremendous job, and especially some clubs who really went out of their way. You know, as I mentioned earlier on, a club like Knockshigown, one of the smallest clubs in the county, they had 98 members in the draw, and they went out this year and they brought in 148 new members into the draw. You know, to clubs like that, I think Tumivara brought in an extra 65, 70 members. And that's the reason that our numbers are up, because clubs like that went out and made a very, very special effort. And look, we'll mention more of them as we go along tonight, and we're making the draws. So a special one, I know they were thanked earlier on. I just want to thank all my ladies here behind me in Lorna Parka. They've done tremendous work over the last couple of days, led by Karen, who done tremendous work. She took over as draw coordinator, and she really worked very hard, and she coordinated the whole thing over the past few days. So thank you very much, girls. As I said earlier on, the proceeds of the draw is very much important to the county board with the development that the new dressing rooms, or the extension to the dressing rooms in Morris Park, and the new gym. So it's not just important to the clubs but also the county board. Just before we move on to the draw, we have actually tonight a winner from our draw last month who won €5,000, our second prize. We normally have all of these presented, but we've a man here tonight to collect €5,000, and maybe Marion, you might be able to take a photograph. We have a big cheque here to hand over to Padraig and TJ Campion, who are joined with the Gorton Hoagland Goal Club. So we have you, Padraig or TJ, I don't know which one we have, so come forward. Padraig, and your good wife might come up as well, and accept it. She'll be getting half of it, I'd say. She'll be getting half of your half, I'd say. So we have a check there, just hand out Stephen. And we'll ask maybe Tom O'Donnell to come forward and present the check. Where's Tom, our chairman? Come on, Tom. So this is just one of the prizes that hadn't been presented last year, and now it's been handed over to Gorton Hoagland Goals winner, Padraig Campion. So well done, Padraig. So the drinks are on you for the night. We won't be debating away from the bar. Okay. So, best of luck to everyone in tonight's draw. We're ready to go with our live draw, and tonight we have a €60,000 prize fund up for grabs, which includes that beautiful car in the middle of the floor, the Renault Arcana, supplied by, as I said, Cleary Motors and Torres. We have the second prize, which is similar to the one that we've just presented, which is €5,000. The third prize is normally a lotto jackpot, but normally in our first night we don't do the lotto jack because we get an awful lot of names in and we don't get lotto numbers with them in order to get the draw ready for tonight. So we'll just draw it as an ordinary €3,000 prize tonight, and next Friday night we'll start the lotto jackpot when we get our hands around all the names and the numbers. So we have Michal Egan here ready to roll the drum. So he'll release the letters into the first section. So we've letters from A up to U. We've an extra letter in it tonight because each one of those letters represent each 1,000 members that's in the draw. And as I said, we've 17,000 members. So we've 17 letters. We leave out I and O as their similarity to numbers. So all the other letters are in there with numbers from 0 to 9. And Michal is releasing them in there into the drum. So numbers from 0 to 9. So any of you that know your numbers will know that you have a letter and 3 digits making up the number. So you'll see it as we go along. I think we've Karen and Maggie are ready to search for the winners, and Marion and Marie here are recording them. So we have plenty of independent observers around here to keep an eye on us, all very, very close to us. So Michael will roll the drum for our very first prize tonight, which is a Renault Arcana car, which is the prize that everybody wants to win. So we're ready to go now and to draw it. We'll have the chairman of the local club here from Cashel Cormac's, Aidan Rinn, the man who you met earlier. So Aidan, come forward and draw our first prize, the Renault Arcana car. And those present will be able to keep an eye. We have all the winners exactly as Karen is bringing them up on the laptop into the database. She'll be, you'll be able to see them on the screen. So everything is transparent and visible as we go along. So our first prize, Renault Arcana, are €25,000. And the letter is J.
J for John.
J for John.
163.
163, J163. So J163, if we look at the screen, and believe it or not, if you're in look again, Shane, it's going to Ross Gray. And the winner is Marion Delaney, Carville Ross Gray. So Marion Delaney, Carville Ross Gray. So that's, I say, your third car, I'd say in about 2 years, is it, Shane? So you're the lucky club. And the promoter there is Joseph Fitzpatrick himself of Fitzpatrick Buses. And Joseph gets the €500 promoter's prize. So there you are, Arian Delaney, Harville Ross Gray wins our Renault Arcana, our €25,000. And Joseph Fitzpatrick is the promoter. Okay, that's our first prize. So our second, we have TF Stapleton here, coordinator, long time coordinator. I think he's around as long as I am, for 35 years. So TF from Borrisley is now drawing our second prize, which is €5,000. So TF now pulling the numbers, and Mihal will call them out to me.
945.
A945, A945. We look at the screen, and A945 is going north again to Kilron McDonough's, and it's Ty Whelan, Kyle Clockjordan. So Kyle Whelan, Kyle Clockjordan wins our second prize, €5,000, and the promoter there is the promoter number 17 with Kilrowan is Michael Hogan. 17, is it? Yeah, Michael Hogan. Kilron McDonough's is the promoter of Type Whelan. Okay. Right, we're moving on. Prize number 3, €3,000. Player Dan Costigan. Go man, Dan. He's on hand, one of our top promoters in the county with the Care Club. And now Dan is drawing for €3,000. €3,000. And as I said, Dan, with a club that has nearly 500 members in the draw. And I'd say Dan has a good third of those nearly, I'd say. Has he, Larry? At least a third of them, I'd say. Actually, he never stopped telling me about it.
B for Brendan, 935.
B for Brendan, 935. B935. So B935 now. That's null and void. Okay. Back again, Dan. We have numbers in there of people that didn't join this year, I suppose, so you'll have a few null and voids. And they might regret it now. So we'll go again for our third prize, August draw, for €3,000. And Danny's back to go again. Hopefully you'll get it right this time then. You may hang on, Dan. We'll see you again. Right, Mike?
E for Ed, 559.
E for Eddie, 559. E559. And this time, we're going. Come on, Dan, you hit the jackpot. Oh, sorry, no. E559. And we're going to St. Mary's. St. Mary's, and the winner with St. Mary's is Anne McGarry, Paul Naconog, Mountain Road, Clonmel. So Anne McGarry with the St. Mary's Club wins our third prize, €3,000, and our promoter is number 19, and it is David O'Donnell. David O'Donnell is the promoter, and David wins himself €300. Okay, right, moving on, and we're on €2,000, and this time we have Sheila Walsh, Kappa White. And as I said earlier on, Kappa White had 417 members in the draw, I think. And Sheila, I would say, has over half of those. So one of our top sellers in the county, Sheila Walsh. So well done, Sheila. Don't go too far away now in case it's null and void. This time it's Mike.
K for Kevin, 493.
K493, yeah, we have a winner, and it's going to Killay. And it's Michael O'Riordan, Killawardy, Killay. Michael O'Riordan, Killawardy, Killay wins our fourth prize, €2,000. And the promoter there is a zero promoter, so it probably is sold from the office. Okay, so that's our fourth prize. Right, we're moving on now to our €1,000 prize. Man, Dominic Everard from Mine Temple Toohey is on hand to draw first. Prize number 5. So we're into 1, 2, 3, 5 €1,000 prizes now, and Dominic will draw the first one. Okay. Well done, Dom. Don't go too far.
E for Ed again, 107.
E107. E107. And E107 is going to St. Patrick's, and St. Patrick's winner is Cathy Dordan Ballinard Feathered. Cathy Dordan Ballinard Feathered wins fifth prize, €1,000. Okay, moving on. And the great Nicholas Lonigan from Salahead is going to draw this one. Good man, Nicholas. Another club making massive strides in the draw, being driven by Nicholas himself. So this is prize number 6, €1,000. And Nicholas has drawn.
J for John, 4.
J845. J845. J845 is null and hold on. J845. No, we should try the second time. It's not. Back again, Nicholas. There we go again. Null and void. We'll have a few of those throughout tonight, folks, because I suppose we need time to replace a lot of those numbers. So dig deep now, Nicholas. We go again. Nicholas is from Salahead, so climbing up the ladder in hurling in West Tipperary. Reached the County Junior B final last year. And on a roll already, I think I saw him winning in the last few days.
Q336.
Q336. Q336. And Q336, do a search. And we're going to Kilsheal and Kilcash. So €1,000 to David and Mary Keys of Lisnett, Tubberud, Ballypatrick. So David and Mary Keys, Lisnett, Tubberud, Ballypatrick wins our 6th prize. Prize number 7. Shane himself, Shane, man gone home happy tonight with a Renault Arcana report to his club. So Shane is the coordinator with the draw in Roscrea, and he's also on our draw committee and treasurer of Roscrea GAA Club, so he's a happy man tonight. So 7th prize, don't go too far, Shane, stay with ear in case. K521. K521. K521, and this time we're going north to Killidangan, and the winner is Andrew Slattery, Lodge Puckon. Andrew Slattery, Lodge Puckon with the Killidangan Club. So well done to Andrew. Right, prize number 8, and this time Pat Cleary. Come on, Pat. So when you're buying your next Renault, this is the man you'll be going to see. Pat Cleary, Cleary Motors, Loch Gala Turles. Great man for Tipperary over the last 10 years. So he has drawn C183. C183. And C183 is going to Castletown, County Laois. Castletown GAA Club, one of the few outside clubs to promote our draw. But it's going to David Cuddy in Castletown, County Laois. That's a famous name, I think, of a famous Laois hurler. And I think he's won in the draw before, actually. So Castletown's David Cuddy wins €1,000. Okay, Larry Queenie, the new coordinator in Care, is now drawing our 9th prize, which is €1,000. Proudly representing Care here tonight with the crested jersey and all one. Well done, Larry. And we're on prize number 9, our last of our €1,000 prizes. Okay.
H130.
H130. And H130 is going to Newport, of all places, and it's going to Ger and Ann Lees in Cool, Newport. Ger and Ann Lees in Cool, Newport wins €1,000. Okay, we're into our €500 prize, and prize number 10 will be drawn by Neil, right beside me here, Neil Ryan. Long-serving our officer of Tipperary Board and Oak and Mid Board and Oak. So he's now drawing our 10th prize. So Niall is now
Q075.
sorry.
Q.
Q075. Okay, Q075. And we're going to Carrick Riverstown. Carrick Riverstown on the borders of Lara and Borrisokane up there. So it's Eamon Maher Stonestown Carrick. Maher Stonestown Carrick with the Carrick Riverstown GAA club. Right, 11th prize. Michael Devlin and Mike from Aero and Acarty, and also a member of our draw committee. So Michael is drawing for €500. Our 11th prize, August draw, here in the Cashel Palace. N for Nora 011, N011. And N011 is going to Kappa White. See, they'll be happy, and Liam. So Kappa White, and the winner is Richie Barry, Kilmore Kappa White. Is that the blue himself? Not the blue, okay. So Richard Barry, Kilmore Kappa White, as distinct from the blue. So that's €500 anyway for Richard Barry, Kilmore Kappa White. Okay, 12th prize, €500, and this time we'll have Johnny Luby. Come on, Johnny. You all wonder what he looks like. This is the man. Gets away with murder on the radio on Friday morning. Who's driving tonight, Johnny? Johnny is a chauffeur taking him all over the county. Isn't he the lucky one? So Johnny is drawing our 12th prize, €500.
Sean 154.
S154, S154, and S154 is going to the silver mines. The Father Brendan Maloney, PP in the silver mines. So Father Brendan Maloney, PP in the silver mines win €500. Okay, 13th prize, 500. Liam Tracy will draw this one. Come on, Liam. Liam from Captain White. Long-suffering treasurer for Captain White. Isn't that, Liam? So you seal around your dollars of money. Now it's in. So Liam is drawing our 13th prize, €500. And Liam is also a member of our draw committee. And he has drawn B101. B101. B101 is going to Erogue Nina, and it's going to Sean Moore, the Ferry Laura. Sean Moore, the Ferry Laura, with Nina Erogue Club. Okay, our last of our 500s, 14th prize. PJ, come on. PJ Dunn, Secretary of the local club here in Cashel Palace. Very well represented here tonight. I didn't tell him yet to pay 2,000 for that table. And just about cover our costs, lads. Imagine. Okay, 14th prize.
58.
E158, 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 going to Kilron McDonald again, to Dennis O'Mara, Kilron, Dennis O'Mara, Kilron, former Kilron fullback, I'd imagine. So Kilron McDonald, Dennis O'Mara. Right, we're into our 300 prizes. Helen, you got this one? Helen Haw from Grange Mockler, Ballyneal. So Helen is drawing our 15th prize, €300, here in our August draw. So it's the start of, as you can see in the bottom of the sheet, we'll have a weekly draw, which will include our lottery jackpot next Friday night. That'll go live on Tipp GAA TV. Okay.
K7381.
K381. K381 for €300. And it's going to Ross Gray again. And it's going to Donny Bergen. Beha Glass Ross Gray. So Donny Bergen, Beha Glass Ross Gray. Okay, 16th prize. Peter Byrne and Peter is the man that chaired our committee for 14 years from Clonakilly. Big match tomorrow against Burgess, the group. So he's now drawing our 16th prize, €300.
M467.
M467. M467 is going to Boris Eiley, to Owen Walsh, Mount George, Boris Lee. Owen Walsh, Mount George, Boris Lee. 17 prize, €300, Hugh McCarthy. Thank you. All the way from Mile Rovers. Stalwart from Mile Rovers. And this is for €300 or 17 prize. So Mile Rovers, a club that have 430 members in this draw. Massive effort every year since from day one. Mile Rovers have backed this draw. So €300 goes to
J for John 092.
092. J092 is going to Clonakilly, and it's going to Clara McMahon, Ballygorteen, Roscrea. Clara McMahon with the Clonakilly club. Right, prize number 18, and we're going €300, Bridget. Close by here, Bridget Ryan. I'm really afraid to say where she's from. She's living in Cashel anyway. Clonakilly, that is Bridget, yeah. So Bridget supports many of our draws, so she's now drawing prize number 18, €300. Carefully watched by Michal Egan. So she's drawn Mike.
M for Mary 108.
M108. M108. And M108 is going to Care. It's going to John B. O'Brien. That's Johnny B. himself, I'd say. Tipperary Road, Care. So Johnny B. O'Brien wins €300. After all his advertising, he's justly deserved. Okay, right, our final prize. And we're going for prize number 19, €300. Murta, will you draw this one? It's close by. This is Murta Brennan, you met earlier on, the new CEO of Tipperary County Board. So we'll be there for the next 30 years, I'd say. You've done my tenure anyway, Murta. All right, prize number 19. S346. So S346 is going to Golden Kilfeacle, West Tipperary, to Michael Long, Ballymacaddy, Kilfeacle, former Secretary of West Board. Michael Long wins our final prize of the night, and maybe just in a minute I can maybe go back over all the prizes that were won. We'll full rundown if we have time. Have we time, Stephen? Okay. Just do a full rundown from start to finish when Girl Marion. Okay. Right, prize from the very start. So the top prizes, we have Renault Arcana, 25,000 went to Roscrea's, Marion Delaney, Carville Roscrea, and the promoter there for €500 was Joseph Fitzpatrick Roscrea. €5,000 went to Kilron McDonough's, Tyke Whelan, Kyle Clock Jordan, the promoter there was Michael Hogan for €400. €3,000 went to St Mary's, Anne McGarry in Mountain Road, Clonmel, promoter there was David O'Donnell. €2,000 went to Killay's, Michael O'Riordan. 1,000 to each of the following: St Patrick's, Cathy Dordan; Kilsheelan and Kilcash's, David and Mary Keys; Kildadangan's, Andrew Slattery; Castletown's, David Cuddy; and Newport's, Gerard Ann Lees. €500 went to each to Carrick Riverstown's, Eamon Maher; Kappa White's, Richard Barry; Silvermines' father, Brendan Maloney; Nina Erogue, Sean Moore; and Kilron McDonough's, Dennis O'Mara. €300 went to Roscrea's, Donny Bergen; Boris Lee's, Owen Walsh; Clonakilly's, Ciara McMahon; Care's, Johnny B. O'Brien; Golden Kilfeacle's, Michael Long. And €300 confined draws with Nina Erogue's, Hugh Maloney; Care's, Norman O'Brien; Mike Harkey Boris's, Maeve Norton; Kappa White's, Niall and Francis Hayes; Knockshigown's, PJ and Irene Ryan; Kilsheelan Kilcash's, Monica Shannon; Moynton Dewey's, John Scanlon; Cashel Kincormac's, Tony Slattery; Toomey Vara's, Thomas King; and Mile Rovers, Donna McMahon. And two coordinators' prizes went to Gortna Hoogling Gould's, Diane Skian, and Erogan McCarthy's, Eileen Ryan. And the lucky number the prize bonds went to Boris K and GA Club, and also to Ballingarry GAA Club. So, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up our draw for the night. Before I hand you back, just to say thanks once again to the Cashel Palace for their hospitality. Thanks to the ladies here behind me for all their hard work, and to Jonathan and Stephen. So now I'll hand you back to Stephen And if you hand over my goggles here to him. Okay.
Great to be here in the Cashel Palace tonight, and what an evening we've had. Huge thanks to Adrian Bartel and to everybody who we've heard from here as well. Joe Kennedy is the chairperson of Tipperary GAA, and great to be up and running. A new draw, a new season, new year.
Yeah, fantastic, Stephen, and great credit is due to, first of all, our committee and to Tom and all the committee, and I see them all here tonight, and I'm absolutely delighted the results of the draw to get so many members back again, and some fantastic work put in by those, and all the clubs and the club coordinator. So it's a great start to the new draw.
And Joe, things are on the field happening at a rapid pace. We're going to have a huge weekend of hurling this weekend, back to football the following week. So lots happening now on the playing fields at Tipperary.
Yeah, it is great. As stated earlier, there's 22 of the 24 games this year this weekend have something to play for. So expecting huge crowds out for that, and there's great excitement to that. And it's great for all the clubs involved that there's so much at stake this weekend. So there's something to play for everyone. And as rightly said, we're on to quarterfinals and semi-finals over the next 2 months. And that brings great excitement. And it's one of the pluses of the split season that the club game gets its own window, and the club supporters can go out and support their own teams, and it goes on week after week. So that's a very positive thing for the GAA and for the teams locally.
Matches are everywhere. There's 4 games, 2 tomorrow in Borris and 2 on Sunday as well in Thurles, live on Tipp FM. I'm in Borris tomorrow, but club are covering so many fixtures as well this weekend.
Yeah, they are, and look, thanks to everyone, to Tipp FM, to Clubber, to RT and TG4 and everyone who, it's great to have such exposure for our games, and it's great to see such interest, and I suppose the fear before when the streaming started is that people would stop going to the games, but that hasn't been the case. I think actually the streaming has promoted the game and has got people out to it, so far this year that the crowds are on par and maybe slightly up on other years. So it's great that people that can't go out to matches can look at them at home, and there's so many matches being shown now. I suppose some people are finding it hard to get something done because they're looking at so many matches on television.
And Joe, just finally, the draw rocks on next month, a new place, and we keep it going now for this season, and people can still sign up as well.
They can, yeah. Look, I know, I suppose the big push is to get people into the first draw, but like there's the same amount of prizes for the next 9 draws, so clubs can still get people to join. And just before we finish, I'd like to add my thanks to all the staff in the office, to Tim, to Tom O'Donnell, and all these people as well, because without all that we wouldn't have the draw we have tonight. So it's a joint effort from everyone, but everyone does their bit, and I'm really thankful to everyone for doing that.
Good stuff. Joe Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thanks for that, Joe. And I'm just going to hand over here now to Jonathan Cullen, Tipperary PRO. For me, Stephen Gleeson, I'll just hand over to Jonathan to wrap up tonight. And over to you, Jonathan, here from the Palace.
Thanks indeed, Stephen. And just joining me now, our final guest of the night, somebody well known to everybody. I suppose people may be more familiar with listening to his dulcet tones on Tipp FM, but we've got him ahead in front of the camera tonight, all the way at major expense, all the way in from Gold. And I saw you earlier on talking to your fellow clubman Brian Fogarty over there. He wasn't trying to get you to come in along with his the Junior B hurlers out in Golden ranting, Johnny, was he?
No, we got beaten tonight by Kappa White in the Junior B hurling, but it's amazing when 'tis do or die in club hurling. I was in Kappa White on Monday night last when Canoulty Rossmore under 17s played Knockavilla Kickens, and Kappa White's intermediate team were training as if their very life depended on this match this weekend. Tonight I was above in Canoulty again. I have a grandson playing with Canoulty under 13s, and Declan Ryan and Andrew Friday were there with their charges, training for the big match that they have at the weekend again, do or die. And 'tis a fantastic competition, you know. For some lads, it's avoiding relegation. For more, it is to advance. And whoever thought up of the idea of the 4 groups of 4 and that, it's fantastic for Tipperary hurling. You know, there's a huge buzz around the place this weekend. You're wondering what match will you go to. I'd love to go to see Cashel Kincormac's playing, but Golden Kilfeacle playing Ballingarry outside New Inn in a do or die. And after that, then 'tis down to Jerry's and drink a couple of pints.
And I suppose, Johnny, now that you know the fact that we're in here in the Cashel Palace Hotel, a big, I suppose, horsey establishment, a lot of equine involvement, and people from that industry would come here. And obviously, you're a big horseman yourself. This is probably one of your locals, really.
Yeah, I'm a horseman, I'm a greyhound man, and I'm a woman man. But Jonathan, having said all of that, I've 166 or 67 pubs done since lockdown was opened, and this is my first time in the Cashel Palace. It's a wonderful place, lads. We should be proud of it in Tipperary with the rock in the background, and to see the palace back opened again. It's wonderful, and there's a buzz about Cashel that's unbelievable. It's one of those marvellous towns in Tipperary. You know, I was in Burden Court the other night, and the sun shining and the Galtee Mountains in the background and all of that. But you come into Cashel then, you look at the rock, and you come into Golden Road. It's been done up there, we'll say, there tarmac adams all the way from Golden into Cashel. You go out towards Dundrum. Cashel is a wonderful setting, you know, and look, the very best of luck to the King Cormacs tomorrow. I'd love to see him advance and going up senior, and I've no doubt they will. Maybe not, maybe this year, one never knows, you know, but they're a fine club here in Cashel as well.
Johnny, I'm delighted you joined us here on Tipp FM and on Tipp GAA TV at tonight's draw. You've been a stalwart of the draw. You've travelled the length and breadth of the county to support the draw. I'm not sure if your name has ever been pulled out. Maybe your name is not even in the draw. Maybe Flight has it even doesn't put it in. I'm not sure. I don't know. But but look at Johnny, once again, thanks very much for joining us. And that's about it for tonight from us here on Tipp GAA TV and from Tipp FM in the Cashel Palace Hotel. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back to you again in the coming weeks with more draws and more action, more of the fun and activities from around the county in our Tipperary GAA. So until then, thank you very much and good night.